Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
This is awesome!
Hi, I'm Connor.
I'm Josh.
And you're watching our review of Clash of Champions 2019 from Charlotte, North Carolina in the Spectrum Center.
Yeah, it was in Charlotte, North Carolina. The first match was a Cruiserweight Championship match set for one fall.
One fall.
It was between the champion, Drew Gulak, Lince Dorado.
Lindsay
Oh.
Dorado.
Okay, Lince Dorado.
Sure.
And Humberto Carrillo.
Sorry for pronunciation.
We're not Mexican.
All in all, it was a good match, I think.
Yeah.
It's a bit shame they have to be in the kick-off, but...
Yeah, it's Night of Champions. It should have... all the title matches should have been on the main card, but it was a very good match. It was a very good match. Lots of high flying, which you expect from the cruiserweights.
The one thing I do miss about Drew Gulak winning fights is... Remember when he did the PowerPoint thing and no flying, no chanting and all that? I miss that. I do miss that. But it was an all-in-all good match.
Yeah, nothing to complain about in this one.
No. Drew Gulak retains via pinfall, I believe.
And it was on the unpronounceable name, wasn't it? Humberto.
Yeah, it was on that Mexican dude. The other Mexican dude. The two Mexican dudes. The second one. But yeah. Then, a shocker for me.
Travesty.
It was a shocker. We had AJ Styles versus Cedric Alexander for the United States Championship.
In the pre-show.
And
You had AJ Styles on the pre-show.
as we was all watching AJ Styles and we love Cedric, we thought they should be on the main card, but
Yeah.
what are them in it?
Can't change it now.
But it was a banging match, quick, fast,
Yeah,
anything you
straight out of the
expect.
blocks.
Anything you expect from a Cedric
Within
Alexander
the
match.
first 2 minutes, AJ Styles did a Styles clash on the outside.
To be fair, the first 30 seconds, Cedric Alexander,
Yeah, he just went
Boom.
for it, didn't he? Just
Yeah.
smashed him down and went
1,
for a
2,
quick pin.
shoulder up. But yeah, you had a Styles clash on the outside, but it ended with a phenomenal forearm and a Styles clash
Yeah.
for the pin. And to be fair, at the end, the last sort of part of that match was the OC, the original club.
Oh yeah, that bit.
They
I
came out
remember
and
that.
kicked in Cedric's, kicked his head in, basically.
Yeah, they came out and had a little go at Cedric Alexander after AJ Styles had won.
But I was really thinking at this point, War. Is it War Raiders? No, the Viking Express, or what they call it. No, they change the name that every week, don't they?
It's Viking Raiders now.
Viking Raiders. Sorry, Viking Raiders. I was expecting them to come out, but they didn't. So then we move swiftly on to the main show, starting off with everyone's favourite tag team.
Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman.
What name shall we give them?
Rudolph.
Yeah, Rudolph. For those who don't know who Rudolph is, it's Rudolph.
Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler.
All in all, good match.
Yeah.
Not expected the outcome that I did, but it was very clever the way they did it.
Yeah. Braun Strowman sort of barged Seth Rollins by accident and then they got him on the outside. It was a glorious DDT for the win.
Obviously, after the pinfall and the new tag team champions were crowned, Braun Strowman had a kind of disappointed look on his face, but he knew he had bigger things to come later on in the
He
show.
had a bigger match to worry about.
But other than that, can't really complain.
It was a good match.
It was. Then we move swiftly on to the SmackDown Women's Champion between Bayley and Charlotte Flair in her hometown. Quite a...
So it's WWE, so Charlotte's in her hometown, she's obviously going to win. Yes.
That's what we thought.
That's what we thought.
Quite a slow match to start off with.
Yeah, but Bailey embraces a new heel persona and tries to cheat throughout the match.
But it did end in a cheat. Removed the turnbuckle pad, slamming Charlotte's face into the exposed steel.
That looked like it had hurt.
It did look like it hurt. It looked like she had a bit of a wonky nose after. She needed another job doing.
Shows how much Bailey knows about business.
Yeah.
She knows how to heal.
It was a very 1980s finish for me. Early 80s,
She knows
late
how to
90s.
heal. I like it.
But yeah, obviously Charlotte's a bit disappointed because she lost in her hometown, but
She is.
I think she can move on to bigger and better things now.
Yeah, I don't think Charlotte needs a belt on her to have good matches. I think they should go back to what they did with Trish Stratus and maybe have her facing off against legends. Or even she could go against the blokes in the Intercontinental title.
But saying that, I have got one complaint about Clash of Champions. The crowd. The crowd were very, very dead.
The crowd were flat in this one, and all the way through the crowd were flat. We got a bit of a peak in AJ Styles versus Alexander, didn't we? But then it was just downhill from there.
To be fair, they did do some pops every now and again. Like, you had a pop for later matches. But other than that, crowd sort your stuff out, basically.
The next match was for your SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and it was the New Day
Your
versus
6-time champs, the New Day.
No,
Your
sorry.
boys.
the 6-time champs.
Your boys, the New Day. Yeah. Versus
The Revival.
Yeah. I like both these tag teams. They're both pretty solid tag teams. They both have pretty good rivalry.
Yeah, the Revival are brilliant. They're very underrated. Very underrated, the Revival are.
But obviously, if you've watched SmackDown over the past couple of weeks, you've seen how they damaged Xavier Woods' knee. And we saw how that impacted him during the match.
Yep. It was focusing on the knee.
Mainly. Yeah.
And
Just focusing on the knee.
It just ends as quick as it started with a reverse figure 4.
On Woods.
As soon as he put in, I said he's going to tap. Everyone else said no, he's not going to tap. It's going to go a bit longer.
I thought Big E was going to come in because he kind of got wiped out for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, he was out of it for a bit, wasn't he, Big E?
Bless him, he was having a donut and a cup of tea, wasn't he? Having a donut and a cup of tea.
Pancakes.
Pancake day. But yeah, it ended with the Revival being the new SmackDown Tag Champs, so that's the first time Tag Champs for
The
SmackDown.
Yeah.
But they're Raw and SmackDown now, so that's like a grand slam for them, tag team.
It's the Grand Slam Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, man.
Including the next team.
Yeah. Three different titles with 3 different brands.
Oh, yeah.
NXT, Raw and SmackDown. So, well done, Revival.
Yeah.
But
Very
it
well
did
done.
end with them being a bit cocky.
They were a little bit arrogant on the way out, wasn't they?
They had a speech saying that the New Day is stupid and that Randy Orton basically beat Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, because they're sort of aligned with Randy Orton now, aren't they?
Yeah. Then we moved on to another phenomenal
Throwaway match.
tag team match. It was a women's tag team championship match with Fire and Desire, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Yep, them Bliss and Cross.
Yeah, Bliss and Cross. Can I just say, Alexa Bliss, you were looking very on point on that night. Very on point. Harley
Well,
Quinn,
no.
very-esque.
Yeah. She does like a cosplay, does have her legs Bliss.
But before this match even started, they had a little interview segment, and Alexa started talking R-Truth with the little boom mic, dropped it in front saying that Alexa's got a beautiful voice. Alexa, being Alexa, said, R-Truth, the 24/7 champion's here, come get him.
She did.
Before the match and everyone running for the 24/7 title.
Yeah,
which
they
we
all
later
ran
see
past the interview.
in the women's tag team match.
Which is the biggest letdown of the whole night, because you took a brilliant match and you put a joke into it.
Yeah, the women's tag team match was interrupted by the 24/7 title. Shockingly, Alexa got a roll up.
On R-Truth, she
Got the
didn't-
2 count. I thought we were going to have a new 24/7 title, but champion, shall I say? But
No, we didn't, did we?
but well done,
Would've been
Alexa.
nice.
Hashtag women power equality. But yeah, Alexa took quite a big beating in the match.
She did, yeah. They tried to keep Alexa Bliss in for most of this match.
She took a lot of heat, bless her, but it ended with the little fire.
I'm just glad she's back wrestling again, because she was out for a while, wasn't she?
Yeah,
And
it ended
she's
with
a very good performer.
It ended with the Pocket Rocket, Nikki Cross. I'm going to call her Pocket Rocket from now because she's quite small. And but yeah, she came running in, going ballistic, killing them, basically. And it ended with the rope assist, spinning neck breaker into the 1-2-3 on Mandy K, which was a brilliant finish.
Mandy Rose.
Mandy K, oh yeah, Mandy Rose. I keep getting confused between Billy Kay and Peyton. They both look the same to me. Probably shouldn't say that. But now we've got the Intercontinental title match.
Yeah, the next match was the Intercontinental
with
title.
The Miz versus Shinsuke Nakamura with Sami Zayn in his corner.
Oh, and Sami Zayn did this really annoying thing at the start where he had a microphone in his hand and he was very Leo Rush-esque.
Doing his own commentary, wasn't he?
Yeah, there wasn't much commentary at this point, was there? It was just Sami Zayn goading. Oh, what's his name now?
The Miz.
The Miz.
Yeah, we were kind of taking the mick out of the Miz. The Miz had enough. Took the mic out of his hand and did a very American football throw, like you get. But yeah, it was a slow match. The crowd weren't really behind it, which is a bit of a shame. Again, crowd sort your stuff out. But yeah, ended in a Kinshasa with the assist of Sami Zayn with the distraction.
Yeah, Sami Zayn distracted him.
You've got the same Intercontinental Champion, but Shinsuke, well done. I think you need to, think about your future. But other than that, great match.
It was a good
Just
match.
a shame the crowd weren't behind
the
it.
crowd weren't there, were they? Which is going to be a theme coming up.
Now we've got the Raw Women's Championship match with Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch. Which is, if you look at Raw over the past couple of weeks, it's been building up to be a great match.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown.
Sasha Banks embracing a heel role.
Yeah, she was.
She was very
trying.
heel. Like, don't get me wrong, Sasha Banks, she changes her face and heel more than I change my haircut, pretty much. She does. She changes it more.
She kept pulling out steel chairs, and eventually Becky Lynch has enough of the heel tactics and picks up a steel chair herself and inadvertently
hit the ref,
attacks the ref, which then ensues a brawl
into the crowd.
Yeah, they fight all over.
Which quite a funny part.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks got mustard on her back.
Yes, she did.
Quite funny, really. Yellow stuff on her back. Oh.
And then they got back in the ring. Becky Lynch does a disarmer through a steel chair, which was awesome.
It looked brutal.
So
but then we had backstage referees and officials coming out and telling her.
And then they announced that Becky had lost via disqualification for hitting the official,
which is a bit of a shame.
Should have done beforehand, really, but
it was a bit of a shame. But I enjoyed the brawl, and I'm looking forward to see what they do in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, they're going to have another match, aren't they?
Hell in a Cell. If they don't have the Hell in a Cell match, I'll be very disappointed.
And it's going to end with Sasha and Bayley owning all the belts, isn't it?
Hey, you never know. Everything's not predictable in the WWE.
Now they've got the women's tag team titles.
What do you think they're going to win the women's tag team titles and Sasha?
No, they could turn them all heel, all four of them, all four horsewomen, and then they could have two of them as the Raw and SmackDown champions and two of them as the tag team champions.
Yeah, I see that, but anyway, let's move on.
I can't really say much on this one because I was bored.
you've got the best, well, not the best match of the night, but it was one of the shoot fights of the night. It was the WWE Championship match.
This was the wee break match, this was.
Between Casey Kingston and Randall Keith Orton.
I'm surprised you know his middle name.
Yeah, man. That's what RKO means. Did you not know that? But yeah, it was a very, I hate you, you hate me, let's just kill each other.
Yeah.
I really want to hurt you, basically, match. You can tell over the past.
Didn't look happy, did he?
You can tell over the past couple of weeks he just didn't want to do it. But
Yeah.
yeah, the crowd weren't behind it again, which really is a letdown because it had the promises and the build-up to be a great match. But you could tell they don't like each other.
That's the problem. With me, that's the problem. They just shouldn't be working together if they've got that much bad blood for each other. That backstage politics, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah, it was one of them, but it was a close match, but it was a slow match. I was starting to nod off
Yeah.
in places, but
Our editor-in-chief might have fell asleep during this one.
yeah, our good old Lukey boy fell asleep. Lukey's on the camera. Say hey, Luke.
Hey, Luke.
But yeah, it ended in a Trouble in Paradise and a quick 1, 2, 3, really.
And we're getting to the best bit of the night, so don't leave us.
Yeah, we're going into our no disqualifications match between Roman Lovely Reigns and the Ginger Rome.
Yep. And we got
Very, very, very brutal fight. It was just a fight.
It was.
It
Lots of weapons, lots of tables. Table went through in this one, didn't it?
Yeah, they used the camera spot, which I really liked, but it was Roman Reigns doing it this time. What I'd really like to see though is the camera angle from that.
It didn't even start in the ring, did it?
No, Roman was coming down. Roman Reigns jumped out and just started battering him.
Yeah.
And it went in the crowd. Roman not being very environmentally friendly and chucking bins and rubbish all over the floor.
Yeah.
Security guard didn't look very happy.
Daniel Bryan wouldn't be happy about that, would he?
Bless him. But yeah, it was a very, very, very good match. Towards the end of it, there was a surprise return.
Yeah, surprise return. Luke Harper returns to WWE.
Very shocked. It was a shock. But the way he came is just like, I'm going to kick in the face, get in the ring.
He just came from out of nowhere, didn't he?
He looks in very good shape though, doesn't he?
He does, yes.
But it ended with the eye and a claw slam after Luke Harper interferes by Eric Rowan. And Eric Rowan gets the surprise win.
Yep.
I thought Roman Reigns would have had this in the
Well,
bag.
Roman Reigns is the golden boy, isn't he? But I'm quite glad he lost. It's not going to hurt his career having a few losses under his belt, is it?
No, I'm kind of glad they're not putting him in, like, straight in the title picture of Roman. But
yeah, I don't think he's one that needs a title. He can just feud with people.
And now we're on to your main event of the evening.
And the big shocks coming up. The best bit of the night.
You've got the Universal Championship match between Seth freaking Rollins and Braun the Monster Strowman.
Yes, Braun the Monster.
Very, very, very fast-paced match.
Yeah, Braun comes straight out of the shoulder barge and just jumps straight on Rollins.
It ended with, well, we didn't really end there, but Seth Rollins doing a couple of suicide dives onto Braun Strowman.
Yeah, they put another table through, didn't they?
Bless him.
After a couple of tries.
But yeah, it was a very, very quick, fast-paced match that we like to see.
Like one we're used to seeing from Braun Strowman. He did the power kick out. He wasn't selling Seth Rollins moves at all. Seth Rollins jumped on him after a big move. Braun Strowman just shoved him straight off, didn't even get a one.
It's quite funny, really. But again, they're both great talents. Surprisingly, Braun Strowman went to the top rope and did a splash. But yeah, he didn't even bless him.
It did look like he buckled his knee.
But hopefully that's not too serious. We wish you the best of luck from Cheap Shot Entertainment, Braun Strowman. But it ended with 4
curb stomps.
And then
A pedigree to put the mustard on top. That's just throwback to Sasha Banks.
yeah, a pedigree. And then the 1, 2, 3.
He still uses that even though Triple H and him have had a bit of a falling out. But
No, I think they're friends now.
well, there's a face, isn't he? Triple H is a face. So.
But yeah, we ended with the pedigree 1, 2, 3.
Still not the best bit of the night though.
Seth Rollins goes to go backstage.
Yeah,
you know, as
wants
they
to celebrate,
WWE,
have a bit of bubbly.
have a bit of bubbly with Chris Jericho, obviously. Don't forget the title though.
He's got to keep his title with him.
Bubbly.
But then, from nowhere, the lights go out.
And who appears?
Who appears?
Your best friend.
Oh, the best thing about pro wrestling at the minute.
Chris Jericho. I'm joking.
No, it wasn't Chris Jericho.
Wait, who is it? Who appears from the dark
The
Undertaker?
Fiend comes from the darkness. Hits the Sister Abigail from nowhere. And then after the Sister Abigail goes for the mandible claw, and it just ends with the Fiend, Bray Wyatt,
Choking
cradling Seth Rollins while he's on the floor, choked out. Which was the best bit of the night.
To be honest, I think they're using the Fiend really well.
Yep, and he's going to have a title match at Hell in a Cell, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be the main event. I think it should be.
See, I thought before we went in, I thought it was going to end up with Braun and the Fiend.
To be fair, I thought the Fiend was going to interfere halfway through and just keep both threads in.
But I think what they've done is good, because it gives the Fiend that... What's the word I'm looking for?
But do you think, because the Fiend attacked Seth Rollins, do you think the Fiend could be pairing up with Braun Strowman and forming a
I hope not.
team again?
I hope not. But
I've heard rumours that they're bringing back the Wyatt family, but, you know...
that'd just kill it for me. I think he's doing excellent work on his own. But that's just my opinion.
But yeah, there's your review, your wrestling friend review here from Cheap Shot Entertainment. I've been Connor.
I've been Josh. And you've been watching Cheap Shot Entertainment.
And it's all good fun here. Hey! Bye.
Thank you.